Today we're gonna talk about Taylor Park. I know I've mentioned Taylor Park in the past, and we've definitely touched on a few different trails in and around there. But like I said before, there's hundreds of miles of trails that you can actually participate in. So I'm gonna talk about 3 specific ones today that I make sure I hit every time I go to Taylor. These 3 trails offer a little bit of different feel, although I always explain Taylor Park as driving around on bowling balls. You're never gonna get away from the driving around on bowling balls aspects, but you are gonna get different views, different inclines, different switchbacks. So I'm gonna tell you about 3 that kind of separate themselves and the reasons why I hit them. The first one is probably my favorite, although it's not the hardest trail by any means. It is one of the most scenic. So Tellurium, which we usually camp in and around the trading post area, so we'll go out and we'll do Taylor Pass, and on our way back to the trading post, we'll hit Tellurium. Tellurium's really cool because of a few different things. One, the summit is a little bit above 12,000 feet. So once you get to the top, it's an awesome view. It's always a little bit windy up there, so I would say bring a jacket just because, you know, even if it is a nice day in Taylor, any of the peaks that you go to, it gets a little chilly up there, especially when storms roll in the afternoon, so plan your day accordingly. When you get up there, awesome views. The switchbacks leading up to it or the incline on the opposite side, because you can go, you can make a full circle out of it, aren't too bad. I will tell you the switchback side gets a little skinny. So my machine being 80 inches wide, I get a little bit off camber because of how much I have to hug the uphill side because my tire's right on the edge of the downhill side. So that's about as wide as I would ever recommend taking on that trail for that reason alone. But most machines aren't that wide, so most people get up just fine. Your skinnier machines, your 64-inch ones, those do just fine. Not even off camber at all. It stays completely flat. So just as a heads up, if you're one of the wider guys, if you're running the portals, that might not be the route to take. You can always go up the backside. You avoid the switchbacks and that off-camber kind of trail riding. It's pretty easy. I would say a half a day. Like if you're going from the trading post, it's not going to take you more than a half a day to go to Tellurium and back. Like I mentioned before, I take Taylor Pass, and then on my way back, I'll hit Tellurium. That makes kind of a full day about it, and so some lunch in between is a good, healthy day. August 14th through 16th at the Norris Penrose Event Center, we're back at the Pioneer Rodeo. We had such a fun time last year watching the bull riding, steer wrestling, mutton busting, and then the demolition derby on Sunday. But this year we're adding a little bit of power sports touch. So get your tickets at pioneerrodeo.com. Use promo code FURY at checkout. The other 2 mountains that I want to talk about simultaneously would be Flag Mountain and Cross Mountain. 2 totally different mountains, although they both have flags on top. So if you're like me, I confuse the 2 all the time. But here's how to keep them separate. Cross Mountain is a little bit easier, a little bit more of a straight shot. Flag Mountain is going to take you a little bit longer, and it's a little bit harder to get to. So let's talk about the differences. So Cross Mountain is going to be through the Union Park area. So you got some big meadows, you got some cattle guard crossings and a couple posts that you're going to go through before you get to the kind of a dead end where you're going to start heading up towards Cross Mountain. That one's a little bit closer, and you're looking at a summit of under 12,000 feet. So this one's a little bit lower, not as chilly on the top. And a great ride to do. I like doing Cross Mountain towards the end of the day, as long as there's not any storms coming in. If you get caught on any of these peaks during a storm, it's not fun. But going up there and coming down, kind of like watching the sunset up there is a perfect spot. And then it's really cool because you can actually, from the meadows that you drive through Union Park, you can see the mountain. So especially if there's multiple groups coming down, it's cool to see all the whips lit up and everything like that, rock lights, what have you. You can kind of see the machines coming down. So that's Cross Mountain. Now Flag Mountain on the other side, Flag Mountain you get to by going through Italian Creek or the Reno Ridge. So that one is kind of the a little bit more challenging step to get to it. So before you're actually heading up to the summit, you got a couple of trails through there that are going to take a little bit of time to get through. I wouldn't say anything in Taylor Park is going to be extremely difficult by any means, but that is probably as difficult as it's going to get in Taylor Park. In all fairness, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely like carnage or something like that, where, you know, it's rear steers and 40s, 1 being my, Chevy Silverado can make it. I would say this is probably like a 3 or 4. So like I said, the hardest Taylor Park is going to get, but at the same time, not that hard. Flag Mountain, You are getting above that 12,000 feet again. I think that's the highest peak that Taylor has. So you're 12,700 or something like that. You're definitely going a little steeper on these climbs, and it's kind of a low and slow day. A lot of loose rocks, so I definitely wouldn't recommend just racing around. You're going to probably lose some traction in there, just naturally, because it's kind of this loose shell kind of rock, especially when you get towards the summit. But it's a fantastic view. Flag Mountain is the postcard, and I would call Italian Creek being the price of postage. You're going through that little bit of a hard trail to get to probably one of the best summits there, but give yourself time. So I would say make a day out of that. Start in the morning, head up to Flag Mountain, eat lunch at the summit, work your way back. That one's gonna be a little bit more time intensive than anything, especially when compared to Tellurium or Cross Mountain. Like I said before, if you have any trails that you wanna see us do reviews on, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, keep following along, and don't forget, ride Fury.